And thank you very much for CGHD colleagues, particularly for Joanne, for inviting JICA to participate in this very exciting panel. As introduced, I'm currently serving as the Senior Deputy Director General of Human Development Department, which is in charge of our health programs globally. So I'm basically a public health person and not the investment person. So I'm not sure whether my talk today is really relevant to the participants, other participants, but I try to be as relevant as possible. When it comes to women's economic empowerment and health, we are approaching from the two dimensions. One is the mitigation of downside risk, and another is provision of opportunities for income through businesses. And as for mitigation of downside risk, I want to stress that one of the major risks in low and middle income countries is still poor health and the expenditure associated with accessing healthcare. So according to a UHC monitoring report by WHO and World Bank, the incidence of catastrophic health expenditure was increasing globally even before the pandemic. So I believe the situation is becoming worse. So definitely there should be a good way to mitigate the financial impact. And Japan is, as you may know, Japan is firmly committed to the achievement of universal health coverage and resilient, equitable, and sustainable universal health coverage. And will be also highlighted in the G7 communique this time. And JICA is supporting the countries in Africa and Asia in their effort to achieve universal health coverage, combining technical cooperation as well as financial assistance. And we are increasingly using our concessional loan in the form of general budget support, or what we call a development policy loan, to engage national treasuries and the recipient country side, so that the funding is really kind of sustainable. And in the case of, for example, in Senegal, we provided a concessional loan together with the support from other partners and effort to support the effort of the Senegalese government. And it was really successful, increasing enrollment of poor households in mutual program. It is basically the health insurance program, from less than around 200,000 households to more than 1.4 million households. And many of them, the beneficiaries were actually women. So, the mitigating the downside risk of related to poor health is a very important aspect of women's economic empowerment. And also, it is helped to increase the proportion of health posts staffed with a pair of nurse and midwife from 40% to 90%, creating employment opportunities in public sector. So our support to health institutions is also contributing to the employment opportunity of women, many women. And I can also share with you about our support in creating opportunity for income gain through business. Though it is not my area of specialty, those activities are managed by, our private sector engagement groups. But we also support the economic opportunity to providing economic opportunities for women. And one area of support is through various platforms and programs for business incubation and acceleration. And one example is our program called Ninja, or New Innovation with Japan. Program which was created in 2020, targeting many countries in Africa and Asia. And another example is what we call a Homegrown Solution Accelerator Program, which is a joint program with AU NEPAD, created in 2021. And since both of them were created at the time of the pandemic, the initial focus was really businesses which can contribute to COVID-19 response. And many of them are women-led, and contributing to employment of women and benefiting women as well. And of course, another area of support is the provision of credit to the businesses, which contribute to gender equity. We are also the very active part of the 2X challenge, as mentioned by Jessica. So I do not have to go into detail, but we are supporting the investment as a DFIs of a G7. We are investing on the gender equity fund, like Women's World Banking Capital Partners 2 Fund, or COVID-19 Emerging Frontier Markets MSME Support Fund, or the lending to commercial banks like Vietnam Prosperity Joint Stock Commercial Bank. So we are causing our investment through those financing institute or the various funds to benefit many women globally. And coming back to the G7 discourse for this year, because the Japan is hosting the G7 in Hiroshima this year. Actually, the summit will be held next month. I want to flag your attention that the possibility of establishing new initiative to promote impact investment for global health is being discussed as part of the G7 process now. So let us keep an eye on what will come out as joint G7 initiative from Hiroshima next month. We are hoping to have something to promote. We talked about, or the previous speakers talked about the gender lens, but maybe we can add a global health lens to the investment this time. We're hoping that. And I'm expecting to see more. So in conclusion, I'm expecting to see more opportunity to collaborate with you to promote economic empowerment as well as health of women globally through different channels and platforms and initiatives. So that is my brief intervention. Thank you very much. And thank